Welcome to Friday Friends, RI Elder Info's weekly look at the organizations and individuals providing resources for Rhode Island seniors, caregivers, and professionals.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Friday Friends. Really glad to have you all here today. It is a wonderful Friday morning. For those of you who don't know me, I am Deb Burton, the founder and creator of RI Elder Info. RI Elder Info and RIElderInfo.com provides the most comprehensive resource for seniors, caregivers, and professionals here in Rhode Island. Um, it's we are a 501c3. What we do would not be possible without the support of our sponsors and our donors. So big shout out to Oak Street Health. They have locations in Warwick over by the Christmas tree shop, 2 spots in Providence, and 1 up in Woonsocket. They are a full service primary care practice where they also provide transportation to their offices as well. Tamarisk Assisted Living, great assisted living, also right over in Warwick, right by the mall. Um, Provide full scope assisted living, including memory care if your loved one might have dementia. What we also do is not possible without Ben Barber and DeAngelis and Barber working behind the scenes for us today, running the video aspect of it, as well as our marketing team over at England Studio. So super grateful for that. I guarantee you today that there's going to be something that you will need to know that you're going to learn today, and also that there will be information that your friends will need to know and learn about today. So it's really important that you hit the like button and the share button, and that you share it with as many people as possible. So today, I would really like to introduce to you a friend of mine, Nicholas Pacheco, from the Foundation for Financial Education. Welcome, Nicholas.
Happy to be here.
How are you?
Very good. Thank you for what you do. I'm a big fan, and we've worked together before, and I love all the resources you put together. Great work.
Yeah, thank you. So, with COVID-19, 2020, it's been crazy. 2021, people have lost their jobs. There's been so many transitions. Can you please tell folks, what does the Foundation for Financial Education provide?
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. We learned a lot last year, and some call it the new normal, and a lot has changed. But I am the Rhode Island Regional Director for a national nonprofit, like you mentioned, the Foundation for Financial Education. The foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to providing free education and resources in the workplace and in the community. We've helped thousands of people better understand finances by offering general and even personalized educational programs, either for individuals or for companies and their employees.
Wow. So you'll go into a company, for example, and provide education. Now, is it, like how to invest your finances, or is it, how to save or planning for retirement? Is there a specific focus?
Yeah, that's a great question. What's nice is the employer, it's usually employer groups, will choose from a variety of workshop topics. They don't all necessarily have to be financial, minded. Our website is posted at the bottom there, our contact information. But some examples of the more popular topics are advanced Social Security planning for our seniors, who we do a lot of work with, financial pitfalls, estate planning, financial planning in uncertain times, federal benefits for our best kept secrets. We work a lot with federal agencies and federal employees, but also things like college planning, or how to get out of debt, or intro to real estate and plan giving are also popular topics.
Hey, how about I unmute myself? There's a 2020 thing. So one of the things I think that folks don't realize that, can happen for some of our viewers is it's really important to make sure you have a plan for when you retire, if you choose to retire. I think a lot of times folks don't realize what is and is not covered as we age. I think one of the biggest myths is Medicare covers long-term care. You and I know that that's not true, and I'm sure if you had a nickel for every time you had to say that, you could have a house on Ocean Road. So, what are some of the key tips that you find are really important for people to consider as they go forward?
Well, you brought up a good topic there, Deb, in that basic financial literacy is just not taught to people. It's not taught in colleges, unless you have maybe a business or accounting degree or curriculum. But things like getting out of debt, or long-term care, Medicare, real estate 101 kind of stuff. Some basic things are not taught. Budgeting is a good one, and very popular, of course, too. So we really believe in paying it forward, and that people should be proactive in the education and learning about everything that's out there. And when you're doing it for a nonprofit, strictly focused on education. The events that we put on I want to be clear, are not sales events. We cannot promote our for-profit side, of course. We have separate contact information and everything. But what's nice is not only can the employer pick the program that they feel would best suit their employees or their particular industry, but individuals, like, again, veterans and seniors who you and I both work with quite a bit, can go onto the website and see a list of topics that are coming up. And some of them on a rotational basis, some of them are live, some of them are pre-recorded. So someone could pick a topic of interest and watch a recording or attend one of our sessions that we usually promote on LinkedIn or something. And if they would like to speak for free with no obligation, with a financial counselor, it may not be me, depending what state they're in, then they're able to do that without any pressure.
Oh, that's good. So it really is an opportunity for people to understand. And you bring up a really good point, because I think that there are a lot of folks out there, maybe of a younger generation, who feel like, well, I have this plastic card, so therefore I, can go hog wild at the sale, and not realizing that there needs to be something that backs up that plastic card.
Mhm.
So do you teach folks of all ages, all knowledge levels?
Yes, we do speak to all ages, all industries, all income professions. Again, the events that we have, especially the public ones on the F3 Foundation website, those are national events. So it might be a speakers from across the country. I'm one of 53 state directors. So it could be a topic from California or a different speaker other than myself. But I like to speak on the events. On the topics that I'm most familiar with. They'll bring me in as a guest speaker for the topics. But if it's a topic I'm not a subject matter expert on, might be an attorney or a CPA or a tax attorney or a lawyer or something. We will have those dedicated professionals speak on that particular topic. But what's nice, again, the individual or business can customize a program just for them.
That's awesome. And so, is there a fee to the businesses? Can they come in and just have you guys come in and speak so that their employees will be more knowledgeable?
Right. There is absolutely no fee. We cannot charge for our speaking engagements. We, of course, like any 501(c)(3), such as yours, does accept donations. But our commitment is to provide, current and relevant information and interactive and entertaining workshops. The workshops in general are informative. They're educational. We give practical recommendations to enable individuals to take charge of their finances. And we do it to give back to the community through volunteerism and scholarships. But again, we cannot charge for any of the, it's generic advice because they're on a variety of topics.
Right.
And even that initial consultation, if they want to speak to a counselor, they're able to do that with absolutely no pressure. We don't need any checking information or credit card, no bill for our time. And we really do volunteer our time. It's been absolutely amazing. I love it.
Yeah, I think it's important that you recognize that not every topic fits every person every time, and that also goes for the speakers. um, so I think, it's really important for the people who are watching to understand that, an estate planner works with estates, an elder law lawyer works with the law, a financial planner handles finances, and they all have their own unique specialty. Sure, there could be overlap, but that doesn't mean that each one is an expert in their own field. So it's really good, that you have that wealth of people who can complement and provide information. Do
Mhm.
you only work with folks who are wealthy or well off, or do you work with the folks who are really kind of scraping by?
We are the people that we serve are the full gamut. I mean, they're business owners themselves, and they're people who are just making ends meet and struggling to pay off credit card debt, improve their credit score, and work on a budget. So, and we don't honestly know, and there is no criteria to attend the for to attend any of the workshops. We don't even get into that level of getting to know who they are when they register for a class. Those questions never come up, and we like to give unbiased advice regardless of their economic or social backgrounds, of course. So it doesn't matter to us. It's really been just to get the education out there and make sure people get through the myths of stuff that's out there and get the facts on what they need to know.
Yeah, it's funny here. Our cultural heritage is to not talk about money so often, and you're right that younger people are often don't have the um, education regarding finances coming up through school, and so there's an expectation that they just know it. But then
Mhm.
folks get older, or it could be a situation where a husband and wife maybe have a more standard traditional old school marriage where the husband took care of the finances,
Mhm.
period.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
now unfortunately he passes away, and she's got so much to learn so quickly. Obviously it could be a he or a her. Statistical probability tells us it's the wife. um,
Mhm.
you know so how do you make folks feel comfortable asking questions that they might feel like they should know the answer to?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, what do you do to make people feel comfortable asking questions that maybe they're embarrassed that they don't know?
Sure. Well, at the end of every single workshop, there's a confidential and optional survey that not only do they give us or any speakers, feedback, which we always appreciate that, but it's also the first opportunity for them to pose a question to us. I learned a lot about this topic. I would like some more information on X, Y, or Z. If it was a Medicare presentation, which I often give, the long-term care conversation comes up, like you mentioned before, Deb. So that they'll in that exit survey they'll have their first opportunity to post their question, and if they would like to talk to a consultant, they can say yes, they can say no, or they can just give us feedback. And then of course when we talk to people one-on-one, and all the meetings are virtual nowadays,
Yeah.
so we can reach people across the country. They can come to us. We do have a physical office here in North Providence, Rhode Island. But that opportunity to chat with us for a half hour, it's 30 minutes. That initial consultation, just pick our brains, ask questions, or if they would like some more information or some topics emailed to them, we can send articles and stuff. But we always offer that free complimentary half-hour consultation just to say, what is on your mind and how can we help.
Yeah, that's really good. Make people feel comfortable to ask those hard questions. Do you help folks when a lot of times, we don't know what we don't know until we need to know it yesterday? So people who are in more of a crisis mode, particularly in relation to aging and aging parents.
We usually don't see folks per se in a crisis mode because we're trying to be more proactive rather than reactive. So again, these are programs for individuals and usually businesses, and they'll customize a program for them and focusing on like employee financial or fiscal wellness. And it might be investing 101. I just got an alert on my phone. We have a webinar going live in an hour, Investing 101 post COVID-19. I'm not the speaker for it. But that's going on at this afternoon. And then we have an event coming up on March 24th at 6:30 p.m., a very popular one that is reoccurring by demand called Advanced Social Security Planning. But, again, we're trying to be more proactive rather than reactive. And if someone does come to us with a crisis, we have a team of experts, and you're in my expert wheelhouse, of course, that if we can't solve their problem, then we will refer them to the industry professionals that truly can help them. And again, it could be an attorney, a CPA, resource for veterans, or you for Rhode Island Elder Info, whatever it may be that they need. We always point them in the right direction if we can't do it ourselves.
Okay. And you mentioned that you have the ability to help people get through the labyrinth of government benefits. That comes up a lot. Um, would you want to share what your background is in relation to maybe the flag over your head and things like that?
Well, yes, I have kind of a biased firsthand knowledge of federal benefits. I've been a 25-year member of the military. I'm in the Rhode Island Army National Guard as a lieutenant colonel. So I have personally, I have the thrift savings plan. I've given voluntary speeches to people in my command before on federal benefits that they've been a part of, like their LES, their pay stub, or what is the thrift savings plan, what is the federal long-term care program. We have a very popular workshop called Federal Benefits Best Kept Secrets. Just looking at the other ones, we have Federal Benefits 101, the federal insurance programs, your rights with USERA, and retirement planning for federal employees. So we have exposure to a lot of federal agencies that those particular topics on the federal side are very important. And in my experience as a member of the armed forces, as a veteran, and just knowledge of the federal benefits labyrinth, as you say, we've rolled over many many thrift savings plans into IRAs and created income streams for life in my, professional side for many years. So that's the expertise I bring to the table on that side.
Yeah, I knew you kind of knew a little something about that from a personal level. I think the other important thing to just share maybe off to the side on this is a lot of times the spouse of veterans are eligible for benefits and people don't realize that. And I
Mhm.
think that's something really important. And I'm glad that's one of the things that you would be able to have that conversation about. Because I
Mhm.
can tell you, having worked with spouses who have lost the individual who served, trying to figure out the difference between the benefits is it can be a head scratcher sometimes. So that's great. So it sounds like the Foundation for Financial Education really covers all aspects of finance for free.
Mhm.
That's awesome. And
Absolutely.
so are you a 501c3?
We are a registered 501(c)(3). It's actually headquartered down in DC. Again, it's not my organization. I'm a member of it. It is national. We do have, like I said, other chapter directors in all 50 states, just part of the Rhode Island team. But yes, registered 501(c)(3).
And if people wanted to participate, do you need volunteers? Do you need sponsors, donors, um, anything like that?
Donations are always appreciated because, again, we can't solicit for any information whatsoever or donations. It's all done on our website, and we do appreciate that. And what that funding does do is it does allow for other educational programs for us to pay it forward. As you can imagine, it is staff heavy and volunteer time heavy. The staff in DC, for example, is 5 people, and their salaries are just based on donations alone. And of course, all of us advisors, we donate our time, so we can't charge for that. We of course donate a lot of the profits that we make on the professional side to the cause, to the foundation. But it's purely accepted donations. Yes.
That's awesome. And Stephanie Colhane had said, this is so helpful. So many of her clients have no idea what they qualify for, and money just goes untouched.
Right.
Yeah, that's one of the things. It's one of the reasons I wanted to have you on today, to let people know that there are resources available out there. So can people just give you a call at the 401-314-4100 and ask for
Mhm.
help?
Yes, I would encourage them to ask to speak to me personally, Nicholas Pacheco, because I'm the director here. We do use that same line for our other side, but if I'm putting on my 501(c)(3) hat, I need to know what the purpose of that call is.
Yep.
But yes, that number is perfectly fine.
Yeah, so the 314-4100. And, you know, to me, I think it's always best when possible, go to the top and get the answers from the top. That way it's not, well, I got to go check with my boss. Start with the boss when possible.
Mhm.
So, if they call, they ask for Nicholas, they get the guy.
Right. I would say, a good kind of a good referral to me in this scenario is if you're in a company of any size number of employees and you think a financial wellness education program at whatever frequency or whatever topics that they would deem necessary to make that happen, an introduction to your human resource professional, because I work with directly with human resources or the business owner and speak to them about the value of the foundation. And with their blessing and approval, they will create a frequency and again create a series of workshops and seminars that they feel would best fit their organization. So that would be a good intro for us to make the most impact.
And so, would you go out if the company only has maybe three or four
Mhm.
um, employees, or does the employer need to have X number of employees to be able to participate?
They really don't have to have a certain number. Obviously, if it's a very live program with a very frequent presentations, i.e., weekly or something, then we would probably ask for a certain size. But otherwise, if they're smaller, we would do one or two of them that would be live, and others, again, we can send. Some of them are pre-recorded, and we don't have to restate them over and over in the interest of time, because of course we're volunteering our time for it. But we want to make sure that they get a program that's customized to them. They will always have the same experience, whether it be a live or pre-recorded, because again, it's going to be a customized topic, and they'll have the opportunity to fill out surveys and reach out to us at the end.
And so the things that are pre-recorded is information available on demand? Is there a website that they can go to?
There is, and there's a number of pre-recorded videos on demand, f3eonline.org.
Hmm.
Check out more about the foundation, see all of the different states and the other team members we have, see a list of the potential workshops that are available. And yes, you can download it and see in its entirety some of the different ones altogether. Of course, they could be hours and hours long. I mean, if you viewed all of them. So we would more encourage peek at one or two or register for a one that we have on a weekly basis. So we have some that are every Friday, usually around noon Eastern time. And again, it's on a rotational list of topics.
Hmm.
People register anonymously. We post those on social media. A lot of those are pre-recorded, but it's a way for us to reach the masses and just tell people more about what we do. So I would say check one of them out. And if you think that you learned something, you took value from that, then yes, definitely pick a program that would fit you or your organization.
Awesome, and it's free.
Cost nothing.
Yeah, and of course, if you're super excited to like just cram finances, you could watch the videos on a Saturday afternoon on the couch. Might not be the best way to learn, but yeah.
Yeah, the videos are very entertaining and they're very educational in nature. Of course, as I've said that before. I've watched all of them, some of them repeated times, and I'm always taking away nuggets. And I've been in this industry for 20 years, so it's really recommended that people check it out.
Awesome. Nicholas, thank you so much for coming on today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Deb, for your time, and thank you, of course, for what you do.
Yes, thank you. So, everybody, I am sure that you have learned the ability to um, get more information about finances. 2020 and 2021 have been such strange years for so very many reasons. And a lot of folks have been hit financially in a lot of weird ways, not all bad. So, I really encourage you to check out the Foundation for Financial Education. Give Nicholas a call if you need information, you need help. He's a great guy. He's a veteran. He is, and we're very grateful. And I didn't tell it to him when he was on the screen, but thank you so much, Nicholas, if you're still watching, for everything that you're doing as member of the National Guard. It's amazing what we have come to depend on the National Guard for. Very grateful for their services. So, everybody, that's another Friday Friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that you hit the like button and the share button, because I know that you and other people have encountered some financial changes in the last year or two. and you could really use this information. So I look forward to seeing you all next week, and have a great day. Thank you.
If you liked this video, please follow us on social media and subscribe on YouTube. For more information, visit rielderinfo.com or call 401-585-0509. If you have any questions, email deb@rielderinfo.com.